Water is extremely important for sustainability of life, not humans, no life. And that life includes the planet, it includes animal, it includes flowers, it includes, or you can say fauna, it includes building of things, it includes just about everything. That's why I say water is extremely important for the sustenance of life. Now, one need to understand clearly that unlike some things that water goes outside to nurture, water goes inside to nurture humans and animals. And therefore, water is able to destroy your existence as a human when it goes inside your being. You don't have to have a bath to live. You need water to survive, and you need also liquid to survive, whether it's going to be from animals, or let me rephrase it, whether it's going to be from plants or from fruits, right? So liquid in that sense is extremely important for the sustenance of life, as is water. I remember a number of the fruits that you actually consume, such as melons, people actually refer to what people actually know as watermelons. They have water, they contain water, right? Which is extremely why important that we need to understand clearly that water is extremely important for life because it is through the water process that these melons become what they are and therefore give us liquid that is substantially water. All right. Which means that you can actually replace your water consumption with these items that are in essence have water again. So that you understand the complexity of what I'm discussing. No, so what I want to discuss is water contamination claims in Jamaica. That is saying, we're being told that the water in Kingston and St. Andrew is contaminated with sewage, and that's what people are actually getting in their taps. Is this truth? Is there any truth to this claim? And if this is a truth, irrespective of even a milligram of this being truth, that matter ought to be stopped and stopped with urgency. No, I'm not sure who knows about this, but I want to look at the claim and look at somebody's actually putting forward this claim. And I've seen a discussion being at the KCC on the matter. That is the council that deals with Kingston and St. Andrew, that there appears to be some truth to this. And if that is the case, the matter needs to be addressed and addressed with urgency. So I want to take you to a presentation being made by someone. You're going to hear his name, and we're going to listen carefully to sort of see if there's any truth to what is happening relating to the water contamination in Jamaica, particularly Kingston and St. Andrew. Here he goes.
And I'm also the chair for public health and sanitation at the KCMC. The water that you're receiving in your pipe, because the NWC is currently experiencing what you have coliform number of the acceptable limit.
Let's stop right there. That says to you, without any reservation, that sewage is getting into people's portable drinking water. And if that is a fact, it ought to be addressed and ought to be addressed with urgency. We should not be having a discussion on the matter as to whether the content is above normal or not. It should not be in the water. No fetal content should be in people's drinking water. So we should not be discussing to say, okay, there is above the limit. That should be zero. No, the pronouncement by this gentleman, who is, in my opinion, a reputable person, says that the water quality obtained by the people of Kingston and St. Andrew is poor and that fetal content is in the water. No, this is unacceptable. It should never be done. It should never have happened. And we should not be giving a recommendation to people to boil their water. I'm asking the question, if you were to boil the water, will it reduce the fetal content to zero? I'm just asking the question. And having boiled the water, can we test it to see if the fetal content remain in the water or the fetal content is reduced? Because the fetal content is reduced and is still present in the water, the boiling of the water is not going to be the solution for the issue. No, this is a travesty to the people of Jamaica, particularly those in Kingston and St. Andrew, to be saying the water quality received by the people has fetal content in it. This should not be the case. We should not be having this discussion. This issue should not have been raised to say, okay, then it's above the limit. What do you mean by above the limit? It should be zero. So the fact that we're having a discussion to say that the water quality of Jamaicans, particularly those in Kingston and St. Andrew, receiving from the authority to distribute water in Kingston and St. Andrew, that there is fetal content in the water and that the fetal content is above normal, is saying to me that this should not be the case. There should be no discussion of fetal content in people's portable drinking water that's receiving the taps. That should not be discussed. And maybe we should actually expand that discussion from the fetal content of water in portable water in the tap to all water that is being drank by Jamaicans and be sold in bottles. Should we be going on to that discussion next? I think we should actually expand the discussion to some chemists looking at the fetal content in portable drinking water that's in bottles. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide with trusted information for you to use to make a decision. I think the matter needs to be addressed and addressed with urgency. What are your thoughts? What are your views?